Vince Staples' Big Fish Theory,
Hell
second
yeah.
album from Vince Staples of Any Given Wednesday acclaim. He was a recurring guest on that show. They had 10 episodes.
He's a
and he was on
funny
twice.
guy.
Very dry. We talked about this. Very dry humor.
Yeah, gallows humor.
Yeah, and it's kind of dark, and that kind of came across on this album. I don't know. There was some there was some talk of suicide and like what was that song? Alyssa's interlude.
Right.
It had Amy
song.
Winehouse interview where it talked about self-destruction. Kind of dark, but this record killed it, man.
It's really good. First note we have to make, of course, we make this note all the time. A tight 36 minutes.
Yes.
Which is 2 thumbs up from Nowstalgia.
It was awesome.
But the fact that it was short actually kind of plays into the way Vince comes across on this record, where he had it moves at such a rapid, brisk pace, both in terms of the runtime and the way the production flows.
Even the way he sings or raps on it.
And it fits the way the lyrical content, where he doesn't feel like he has any time to waste about everything he's commenting on. And it's so funny because when you talk to Vince Staples, and he's like, yeah, I mean, he's like, how do you feel about, the overwhelming sentiment of white people appreciating black art? He's like, hey, my job's to make songs.
Right.
I'm not commenting on that. But then you listen to his music, and he's commenting on all of it.
All of it.
And he just lets his music speak, and then, we'll crack his jokes and stuff, just the way his perspective on life. He's such a fascinating guy, and I think this is really a triumph of, like, what hip-hop still can be. Like, we keep talking about the diversity of rap these days and all the different sounds and voices there are. And again, Vince Staples, I've talked about how Logic doesn't have a clear sound. Vince Staples has a freaking really unique sound.
Yeah.
And with this album, with the production, the electronic influence, which is very far away from the gangster rap upcoming he's had.
Oh, yeah.
He's well on his way to being like a multi-stylist, like a Drake, a Kanye, or a Gambino. And not a lot of people can say that right now.
No, that's the really interesting thing about listening to this. When the first time I listened to it, I put it on at work, and I sort of had it as background music, knowing I was going to go back and listen a little more deftly. But it actually pulled me away from the work I was doing. And I actually kind of stopped and started listening more intently because of the sound. I mean, with rap especially, sometimes I just tune out and listen more to the beat. The beats drew me in, but his lyrics were so on point, so creative and meaningful. It really kind of woke me up a bit to him as an artist. And I mean, as someone that I've known of, I like some of his songs, but I'm not totally in him as an artist. I'm definitely gonna be checking out him more and staying tuned into him, because like you said, I think he does have potential to be a Gambino, Kanye like artist in the future moving forward, especially with an album this strong as your second album.
I know,
it's really, really strong,
and you can't overstate it. The fact that he's got Flume making beats, and Sophie and GTA. He's got
he had Bon Iver producing one of these songs,
the very first one. And again, the fact that this production is so far away from where he started, where his lyrical content has continued to get stronger and stronger, I don't see how you can expect him to be someone who continues to make very diverse music.
Yeah,
while also having some substance to it as well.
He tweeted calling this record Afrofuturism, which, I mean, if you want to pick apart what that really means, you could probably...
I'm sure he'd do it with you.
Sure, absolutely. But if you had to think about it, you're basically talking about creating this new form of hip-hop. And that's kind of what he is moving to, in a sense. I mean, there have obviously been other artists that have touched on a similar style, but this seems to be very unique and something that's very exciting because, like you said, you get someone like Flume, who's one of the most up-and-coming electro artists right now. And you get someone like Damon Albarn, who was singing on this, and he had him on his album for Gorillaz. And he's pulling from all these different influences that just want to be making something new, something unique. And he brings such a specific but mature perspective to this for someone who's 22.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's in 1993.
Yeah, it's amazing to see the work he's doing, and really exciting as well. What song do you feel like, if you had to tell somebody, listen to this and you'll get hooked on the album, what would you point them to?
Big Fish.
Yeah, Big Fish.
Juicy J. I was up late night balling.
Yeah, that song's a banger, dude. So good.
Fantastic banger.
Yeah, right. I think it's the other song with Kendrick. I mean,
Kung Fu Kenny now.
Yeah, which he actually,
That's a really good verse.
Yeah, he kills it on this. And, you know, I've been giving Kendrick a little bit of shit on our past pods for just doing anything, like, featured on any song, basically. He kills it on this.
Right.
Like, and, like, talking about the state of rap in that song is awesome. Any other songs that stood out to you?
I like 745 as well. Again, it's only 12 songs, which a few of those are interludes, 36 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, really succinct listen, and it's definitely something you can't skip.
No, definitely.
Also, I want to correct myself. Last week, I said he was a Compton rapper, where he reps Long Beach, which is like 20 miles from Compton. So I wasn't that far off. Still West Coast, still SoCal.
Right.
But I just want to clarify that Long Beach is just like Snoop Dogg.
We're always keeping it real here on Nowstalgia Pod. Any last thoughts on this album?
Listen to it.
Yeah, just check it out and give us your thoughts. Tweet us at Nowstalgia Pod.
There'll be some